When trying to get the ball to bounce off the paddle, what you need to use is the getElementAt method or function. getElementAt, and getElementAt takes in two arguments. It takes in an x position and a y position. And what does it do? Well, it looks at that position on the screen, and if there's a shape object there, it returns that shape object. So if there's a rectangle there, it'll return the rectangle. If there's a circle there, it'll return the circle. Now the key here is if there's nothing there and it's just white space, then getElementAt is going to return null or nothing. Right? So since getElementAt returns a value, we need to save that into a variable. Right? So we say variable elem is equal to getElementAt xy. This will return the shape. Once it returns the shape, elem is equal to the shape, and we can run the methods on that shape object, like elem.setColor. So let's do that. elem.setColor to blue, and that will change the color of the element that was gotten from the getElementAt. But that will be fine if getElementAt had a shape at that x and y position, right? So then elem would equal to the shape, and elem.setColor would work because it'd be circle.setColor to blue. But what about if this x and y position up here was a blank white space? Then getElementAt would return null, elem would equal to null, and we would say null.setColor, and that doesn't work. Right? You cannot run setColor on null or nothing. So whenever you use getElementAt, you must have an if statement. And the if statement is saying if there is a shape object in there. So how do we check if there's a shape object in there? We check if elem is not equal to null. So if elem's not equal to null, then set the color. Okay. Alright, great. So how does this apply to breakout? Well, on breakout, we're going to have a ball. The ball's moving around the screen constantly, and as he moves around the screen, every time he moves, we are going to getElementAt the corners of the ball. For just the paddle, you don't need to worry about the top right or top left corners. You just need to worry about the bottom. For the bricks, you need to worry or consider all four of them, right? Because you could have this kind of a situation happening where the ball hits the brick and then it hits the brick on its way down and so on, right? So for the ball and for the brick, you need to check all four. For the paddle, we only need to check the bottom two. Alright, so how is this going to work? Well, in your draw function, your move function, wherever you're moving the ball, let's go ahead and run hit paddle. Right. And let's write the definition for hit paddle right in here. How is that going to work? Well, first you're going to make those two variables. So var bottom left is going to equal to getElementAt. I'm doing a shortcut here. I'm not writing it all out. But getElementAt, and where are we going to getElementAt? Well, our x position and y position of the ball, they're constantly changing. So we need to do ball.getx, right? But we don't want to get the center of the ball, or else getElementAt will return the ball. Right. We want to get the bottom left corner. So how do we do that? Well, the x needs to change here. So we need to subtract radius to get there. Right. So we're going to minus radius. And then for the y argument, it'd be b.getY. And we need to go from here down to here. So we would need to plus radius on the y. So we're going to add radius on the y to get down there. You're going to do the same thing for bottom right as well, right? But I'm not going to show it. And you're going to have an if statement here, right? So of course we need to check if bottom left is not equal to null. And if it's not equal to null, and we got to check if it's the paddle, right? So and bottom left is equal to paddle. Of course, this is going to be the variable that contains your paddle. And so if it's not equal to null and it's equal to paddle, which means it's not equal to the brick, definitely the paddle, then we want to say dy is equal to negative dy, so we can bounce. Right? And of course, you also want to check the bottom right as well. Right? And that's basically how this is going to work. It's not completely exactly how it goes, but overall that's how that works, and you're going to use the same strategy to bounce off of the bricks. But when you do bounce off the bricks, you not only want to flip the D, Y, but you also want to remove the brick as well. So good luck with that.